Hi again, this is Larry. We're at the 1st of September 2023, and I've been releasing 4 or 5 short videos on the ERC, and what I've been looking at is not only are you filing for the ERC, are you waiting on the refund, or have you already got it? See, I've been doing these videos now since April of 2020. Yeah, April of 2020, when it first started 3.5 years ago. And I've been on the road a lot this summer, doing a lot of conferences nationwide. The thing I'm coming away with, not only from my secret shopping, the ERC fraud scams, but also out talking to people. And one of the takeaways is, as a CPA, as a tax professional, as an accountant, I cannot ethically, and the IRS says it's unlawful to charge a contingent fee. I can't go charging 15, 20, 25% of the refund. I am to charge by the hour or a flat fee. So this video is to small business, but it's also just as important to the tax professional. So I'm going to be real short with this. I'm going to cut to the chase. So what I did before I did this video, I thought, I looked Circular 230, I quote IRS codes. Why don't I get something just like Google? It's obvious. It's right here. I mean, we're small business or we're tax professionals. It's not very complex. So I'm putting up a warning sign because if I'm the IRS, I believe they're getting ready to do something, as I said last week in a couple of fraud videos. But what's going to happen, I believe, they're going to say, hey, who did the return and what fee arrangement did you have? And my concern, at our office, we had a minimum for the test, and then we charged based on how many W-2s they qualified. So it was, you could determine it, but it might be 1,500, 2,000. I think we had one at 3,500, and it was several, but that's not the point. The point is, if you as a tax professional have been charging a percentage fee, I see them now at 5% and 2%. It doesn't matter the percentage. And what I'm going to do is look here, for example, you cannot do that as far as a contingent fee. So I'm going to do this. It says, according to the IRS, here's my very first hit. According to the IRS rules and regulations, companies may not charge a contingent fee which is based on a percentage of your refund. That's a percentage. I'm going to take this black marker here. A percentage of your refund. So small business, if you got charged a percentage of refund, and I'm the IRS coming in, if you did that, there's probably a more likelihood they're going to dig a little deeper in your file. But I believe they're going to ask who did it and how or what was the method of payment. So that's Google. So I'm going to go over here, and I went to Yahoo, and I'm going to look at this real quick. Here's one. Employee retention credit was designed to get it to small businesses, but and here it says, unfortunately, and this is what's sad, unfortunately, there are many payroll companies, CPAs, accountants, tax preparers, consultants, and ERTC firms out there charging a contingency fee based on the part of the ERC refund. There's a problem with this. The IRS states clearly it is prohibited to charge in this manner. But people are ignoring it. So, when I see these advertisements of, oh, your CPA and your tax person, they don't know what they're doing, come to us, we got specialists, we got this and that. First thing is, as you know, I did secret shopping, another video. I did about 16, 17 of those. Here's what's crazy. Almost every time, the person I started with on the cold call was the person I ended with on the cold call. Or it would be a follow-up call, but it was still the same person. I never got to talk to a specialist. I never got to talk to a CPA. I never got to talk to a tax attorney. And I could hear in the background most of the time what I call dialing for dollars. So if they're charging a contingency fee, you might have a problem when the IRS shows up to do the audit. Here's continuing on. IRS says contingent or percentage-based fees are prohibited. Okay? So if you're the small business, the person doesn't even know the law on charging a contingency. That concerns me, especially if they're this ERC specialist. Going on down, Besides the rule, see here, I'm a CPA, so I'm under this one. Besides IRS rules, certified public accountants cannot charge a contingency fee for preparing the original or amended tax returns related to ERC. I just let's go on down. Here's another one. Contingent fees are prohibited with CPAs, accountants, bookkeepers, tax preparers, payroll companies, consultants, attorneys, law firms, or any other person or company providing ERC services. Well, maybe one last remark. I want to do this one right here. Business owners should never pay a percentage or a contingent fee based on the amount of their ERC refund, says the IRS. Here's my point. On the 941Xs, had it been you had to disclose the name and the percentage, there'd be a whole lot of fraud not happening today. But I'm going to go back and say, if you have participated in these schemes and scams, remember you can't say they did it. You're the one signed the 941Xs. You're the one, I've said this many times in other videos, you're the one signed the contract with the ERC that has all this expertise. You know, I seen a picture the other day on one of the advertisements, and at the top there was this guy looked like he'd been sweating and crap thrown on him, and they were saying this is the person that didn't participate in the ERC and make those percentages. Down below there's this famous person all dressed up in a tux and all proper. And that's really right now a true picture, because the tax professional trying to do it right is waiting on IRS, the Justice Department, Criminal Division of the IRS, but I believe with the task force, Biden, has got some more money. They're adding more task force for compliance. Just beware. And again, you should have never been charged a contingency fee. And had you not been charged that, I wonder how little the fraud would be.